Thank you, Representative Vitale, for your stand on this issue. I am the pastor of Crossroad Church in Circleville, Ohio. I also serve on the board of directors for the Family Policy Council here in Ohio. And I was talking to Representative Vitale just before we came in here, and I was reminded of the years that I have served in ministry. I began in 1996, and when a couple would call me in 1996 and say, hey, we want to get married, there was a dynamic that began to work in my mind. How can I help? How can I encourage? What can I do to add value to this union? Now when I get a phone call that asks me the same question, there's a unique feeling that I get, and it's one of concern. It's one of fear in a way. What's this all about? This has never been in my lifetime a setting. There's never been a setting like this, and I think it's reflected throughout this state through pastors all around the state who are very concerned. This bill is so eloquently written and so simply stated to protect the rights, as Chris said, that God has given us. The right of religious freedom that goes back to creation. This does not take away rights. This protects our rights, and we're so thankful for those who are standing with him in support of this bill. I'm so thankful for all of those who are in this room today supporting this bill. This speaks clearly that not only is this a grand concern on the hearts of Ohioans, but this is a critical issue for this moment. And as I look at the children that are in the gallery just now, I was reminded, standing there, of a comment Ronald Reagan made in 1976 in Kansas City when he was invited by Gerald Ford to the podium to make a few remarks. And he reminisced about being asked to write a letter that was going to be put in a time capsule that was going to be opened in California for their tricentennial. As he began to think, what am I going to put in this bill, it occurred to him, and his perspective is very, very profound for this moment. It occurred to him that regardless of what he writes about what's happening in the world around him, those that open that time capsule 100 years later will know. They will know if the right decisions were made. They will know if those who were in charge at that time took the right stands and made the right decisions. And we are thrust into a moment, a critical moment in our state's history and our nation's history, where religious freedom is threatened. And I am so honored and thankful for this bill, what it represents, and the stand that it takes. And I urge every House member to support this bill.